even come to someone's mind, and how does it become a reality? I'm going to walk over an active volcano.
Well, when your family's been doing what we do for over 200 years, it's fairly natural for us to look around for the next greatest feat or greatest location to walk a wire. This particular one came up because I was flying into Mexico City for a corporate speaking event. My wife was with me. I was looking out the window. We flew over an active volcano. It just had the gas. It didn't have the lava.
Right.
I looked out and said, I have to find a volcano to walk over.
But what hasn't been normal is your day to day. Usually you were laser focused for about 24 or 48 hours, you told me. But instead, you were here at the crack of dawn with Erin Deere, your wife, figuring out today's stunt. Then you were hands-on with that stunt. This is not your normal routine. Where's your head right now?
Maybe it's not where it needs to be. I don't know. Hopefully it is. I feel confident. I feel good. I've prepared and trained for this. Although I will tell you, it is not the spot where I've ever been. I've never been on site prior to a big walk the day of the event.
Erin Deere may give you a little bit of a scouting report. She was out there earlier.
She in fact did, actually. In the green room, she came up to me and said, hey, I just want you to know, the gusts there's a decent updraft. She goes, but you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. So that's what I need to hear. That's what keeps me calm.
Is that what concerns you the most? Is this toxic fog and the updrafts?
It's the fog. As we've seen, the wire disappears at times. Yeah. There's updrafts, there's side drafts. We couldn't fly a helicopter in it. That's a concern for somebody that's going to get out there on a wire the size of a tennis ball.
Well, and we haven't made much mention of the fact that this isn't like a circus tightrope where it's straight across and short. This dips. It goes down 60 feet. So you're going to walk down 60 feet, and then the ending is all uphill.
Yeah, that's right. So it's going to be more strenuous on the way up. It's a little more nerve-wracking on the way down. That is also a concern. Also, the traction in my shoes on the way down is more of a concern than on the way up.
Final question. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
My friend, good luck.
Thanks.
All right. Nick's going to head out right now. He's going to head out, meet his family real quick, and then he's going to hop in an SUV, and then we're going to get him to the south side of this crater. Right now, I'm standing on the north side. This is going to be where this is.
Requires some special equipment as well as some unique training. Listen.
Nick Wallenda may have dedicated his life to death-defying feats on a high wire, but he's never attempted a walk as complicated and as dangerous in so many ways as this one, across the Messiah volcano. In the air and on the ground, Nick says he's never trained harder for a walk.
I think what people don't realize is the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes before I get on the wire. I've trained for the environment. I've trained for heavy mist, heavy winds. I've trained for cold weather. I've trained for hot weather. But there's no way to train for a volcano erupting.
The volcano presents any number of dangerous scenarios. Chief among them, simply having enough air to breathe as he makes his walk.
My biggest concerns are these deadly gases that I'll have to breathe in or avoid breathing in order to make it safely across the wire. There were times where I could stand there and there was no issue whatsoever. It was fine. And then seconds later, boom, you get hit and you can't take a breath. It absorbs your oxygen. These gases can become so thick that you can't see 2 feet in front of you. So part of my training is recreating just that.
Let's just get that close and pointed right to me. Tip it up. Just engulf me in smoke.
And so for the past several months, this has been what Nick's preparations have looked like. Literally enveloping himself in fumes.
I'm training with a smoke machine to simulate the gases in the air, and we're also using fans to shift that smoke so that it simulates what I might see in front of me as I'm walking the wire.
That's good.
I will have to wear a gas mask in order to filter the gases that are in the air.
It's much harder with the mask on. I had no idea.
Chances are I'm going to have to wear that gas mask the entire walk because I can't be caught off guard like that.
Oh, we got it going on now. It's that updraft and that movement that I'm concerned about.
As I'm looking on a solid surface that I'm trying to focus on, that wire and everything in the foreground, if these gases are moving, it can become dizzying. Being dizzy on a wire 1,800 feet above a volcano is not a good thing to be.
And yet, that's what he'll be facing tonight. But doing so with the full belief he's prepared himself as well as humanly possible.
I believe that God has given me this very unique ability, but it's up to me to train and prepare properly.
Joining me now on the lethal stage known as Messiah Volcano, Sage Steele is on the south side by the first man brave enough to attempt to wire walk across what Spanish explorers called the mouth of hell. I can see Nick Wallenda just about ready to go. What's the situation, Sage?
Yeah, thanks, Chris. I am here across the crater from you at the starting point. Let me tell you, Nick is ready. You see him up there on the wire, his mask, his goggles, his oxygen tanks and things that he preferred to not be carrying, but he has to. This is incredible. And here we go. The walk is underway.
Yeah. I'm going, man.
North is ready.
Nick Wallenda.
That's a good thing, because I'm going.
Nick Wallenda's walk into history has begun. So far, so good, but he's just now getting close to those toxic fumes. His dad, Terry, who's near me here on the north side, is the only person that will be in communication with Nick during this walk.
It looks hot down there.
That's Nick's dad, Terry, right there. Watching the wind, watching the vibration of the wire.
Oh, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Creation singing your praises. Amazing. That volcano is amazing. That lava is mesmerizing.
Chris, I can tell you, Nick was anxious, ready to get this thing going. It seemed like we almost
I
had
have something in my ear, guys.
hold him back as he wanted to get going.
Besides my
This is
dad.
going wrong.
You can see on the right, we're bringing in the thermal camera
My dad's mic.
as he gets into this toxic fog. Throughout this walk, as we lose sight of him, we will keep you updated on his condition and how he's doing with that thermal camera. Look at that glorious yet deadly view.
Wow, that is amazing. That is so amazing, Dad.
Yeah, I've got your same view here without the heat.
Oh my gosh. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Kind of ridiculous what you have to do to get a good view of a volcano these days.
Now, Nick with the
Wow.
jokes while he's walking over 2,000-degree lava. But the
Make
fog.
sure if they put any pressure on sway guys, which they shouldn't have to, at least not yet. I'm about to make a transition here. Just that if they do it, they need to do it slow.
We briefed him on that part you want.
Because it actually will twist the cable under my feet, which just happened.
I'll pass that on.
Here on the north side, we're having to watch on TV just like you are at
I don't
home.
want them
because
putting
we
pressure on
can't
it
see
Dad,
through
unless I
this
ask
fog.
for it. Just make sure Michael tells them, don't do it unless I ask. Just be ready.
I'll tell him right now.
Because why add stress to these cables when they're
Michael,
already overstressed?
Nick would like you to make sure that your men don't put any pressure on it unless he asks for it. Just to be assured of it. Thank you.
This is the interesting part, Chris, the entire thing, but the wire dipping in the middle.
Oh, praise you, Lord. The wind goes where you send it. Praise
It's
you,
not a straight
Jesus.
line.
How's your traction, Nick?
It's good. can't glorify God. We give glory to Him for this. It's unbelievable to me.
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, that was fun.
Are you all right?
Yeah, the cable was just around my neck, so I had to move it.
For the first time during this walk, we're able to see Nick from the north side, which is the finishing point. And as well as he's doing, I hate to say it, but he hasn't even come close to the most treacherous part, where these plumes of toxic fumes are coming up from the caldera below. And as you can see, the wire is starting to move, the winds are picking up.
How are those gusts handled? How are you handling it, Nick?
Fine. I mean, it's a storm. It's pretty amazing. At times. Like now, for example. Woo, yeah, buddy. I'm no longer a slave to you. I can tell you these sway guys should have went further out.
Yeah, I can see the movement of the water.
Not a big deal, but certainly not right. Should have done what I said to do.
I think you've got a good cadence going right now there, Nick.
great look right now at Nick, who's in a good rhythm right now. The winds are picking up. Standing next to me is volcanologist Jess Phoenix. And Jess, as you see, well, he stops right there. The winds are really picking up. Jess, what's he facing right now?
He's contending with acid gases. So that's hydrogen fluoride, hydrogen sulfide, hydrochloric acid,
So weird.
sulfur
Really,
dioxide,
really hot
and carbon
and cool.
dioxide. None of those are pleasant.
I can only guess.
So this is extremely rough. He's also dealing with the gases being whipped around by the wind, and that adds an extra element of difficulty to what he's trying to do.
We just crossed the 10-minute mark. About a quarter of the way there. We'll keep an eye on Nick through this fog with that thermal camera as well. Sage Steele has joined me back here at home base.
It's been fascinating to me, Chris, I'm sure to you as well, to hear him so calm, almost having a conversation with himself, of course his father as well, but I'm struck at how calm he is out there, and he's having fun.
You can tell when he gets those updrafts that his wife Erin Dira had talked about during her performance.